because last session we left off with Caelynn had just finished making a deal with her father. The party had just finished their morning rest, and it leads into the night. The elves had thrown a party during Theo and TakTak's rest, and Caelynn woke them up and said, "What are you doing sleeping?" She make them follow her to the tree's hearth to enjoy the merriness of the party, while Caelynn had to go fight off Pruta. During this entire ordeal, TakTak managed to become known as the Omen Weaver, and Theoden somehow managed to be known as the Man-Child.
Damn it!
But
Why?
in all of the merriness, funny enough, in all of the merriness, Caelynn finished her trial and became a full-fledged warrior. As we left off with, the party had just woken up from the ordeal, or the party, I should say. TakTak is all covered in bug bites, as well as Theoden.
Yep.
You
No, we
guys,
ate cat poop.
yeah, you guys, bobcat poop, and it pellets, I should say, they call it. And it woke you up, and now you guys are being helped to your home. But I believe Caelynn. Oh yeah,
Caelynn.
Okay, but Kano told Caelynn of the event that will transpire in the morning, as there is a trial going on right now out of a new discovery of her father's death and what her father was doing there. It doesn't look so good for her as her trial is going on at the moment. So we're gonna dive right in with TakTak and Theo making their way towards their home. When you finally arrive, you see you guys see yourself lying on the hammocks, all kind of like moaning and groaning from the night before. I believe we all rolled for a Constitution saving throw to see if you guys got a hangover. No,
We did not.
Oh right. I think TakTak gets with advantage, and Theoden
Hooray.
does not. Yeah, Theoden does as well. Caelynn's fine.
Yeah.
You're no fun.
That's right. I'm a party animal.
What'd you roll?
Oh, I get advantage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What'd you roll?
2 not ones. Out advantage.
Wow.
Oh, Theo.
He was meant to be fucking hungover.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What about you, TakTak? What did you roll?
All right. I got a 13, but it's +4, so 17.
TakTak, you woke up a little bit hungover, but the bobcat pellet really does help, and you seem to be okay. But Theoden is going in and out of consciousness. He has a headache. Right now, he's swinging on his hammock, like, oh, so bad. He actually like vomit a little bit. You managed to grab some of the like a wooden bucket by the side, just a cat like for him to have. You make him lay in the lower bunk while you can like lay on top hammock, so you can enjoy a distance away from him.
Away
But
from me.
overall, you seem to be pretty active. TakTak, what do you want to do around this time?
It was the bobcat pellet. Made me sick.
Yeah, that was it.
That's what you're gonna blame? Yeah. So TakTak doesn't know about the whole trial thing, right? It's just
No. Caelynn, do you want to do anything this time?
No, I think she's just kind of pacing outside of the shrine is where the trial is taking place, right?
Right.
Yeah, so she's kind of just pacing out there because she wants to go in, but she knows better.
Okay. Well, you can go in. You just still can't interrupt it.
Yeah, well, she wants to go in and interrupt it.
Yeah, she
So
does.
she's just gonna wait outside.
Okay. All right. Well, TakTak. You guys find a moment of rest. TakTak, you find a moment of rest. Do you want to do anything during this time? You're a bit hangover, but you can function just fine.
Yeah. Little groggy. So, TakTak will kind of pull out his little notebook that he does his designs and ideas in, and start flipping around, just kind of do little sketches on a few things. Maybe this and this. And then he's going to kind of like stand up and look over at Theo, who's looks like death. Theo. Theo.
Stop.
Theo. TakTak kind of like starts pushing on the little hammock a little bit, so he swings. You think they have stuff here? He's like completely oblivious as you're holding vomit in.
Like, I try to look over him and like my hair's like just on my face with all the sweat. I'm like, what do you mean have what?
Materials. TakTak need materials.
No, stop. What materials are you looking for?
Depends on what they have. TakTak's gonna kind of look around. Guessing no metal or iron here. Maybe wood. Wood could work. You think they have
Wood?
shops?
You could ask around. I mean, I went to the shop yesterday.
I don't speak elf. He gives you those sad puppy dog eyes.
What?
I don't speak elf.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Some speak common, I've noticed. I don't know if they all do.
Okay. I could go with you. Just give me a minute.
No, you can't. You rolled a natural one.
Oh, okay. I try to get out of the hammock, and I just like do the thing where I like spit on the ground.
Yeah.
Never mind.
TakTak's gonna look you over. Yeah, maybe you should stay here and rest.
Well, the only elf that speaks good common, I guess you already played with her, Iwani.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I wonder if I can find her.
She was by I try to describe the last place that I found her. Where she was like crying.
Yeah. Which is just right outside your home.
And, like, she's over there by was it a rock, right?
Yeah, it's at the base of the tree, actually.
So
Just-
the base of the tree down at the bottom, you know.
All right, I'll go find her. You stay here. Rest. Feel better. Boop. Poke your nose.
I like put my face away and try to get back into the hammock, and then I'm like, never mind. I'm just gonna lay on the floor.
This is where I sleep now.
This is your death now.
I sleep under the hammock.
I mean, you wouldn't be moving, so that probably would be better for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, TakTak will hold out the door.
Actually, TakTak, when you walk out the door, you run into a big mass as you hit his shin. You fall back. You see Krutha, actually, right in front of you with a big smile and a small gleam in his eyes. He looks down and says, "Small creature, so cute."
Oh.
He goes and hugs you and picks you up.
Maybe a little surprised, be like, "Yay!"
As you say that, he kind of carries you on his shoulder over to Theoden. And he looks over at Theoden and he says, "I came here to give you this." And he pulled out his pouch, I should say. And in his pouch, he carves some like herbs and a bowl. And he says, "I was told you did not wake up well." And he goes back and pounds some herbs, and about 5 minutes later, all of that stuff turns into kind of like a mush, where you can hear the sound of the goo as he sticks his hand in it.
Ew.
Then he picks it up
Triggers
as he pulled the material. You could just hear the sound go, and he just shove it down your throat.
He has to roll
He's like,
me over. So I'm like, all right.
and you just stick it in your mouth and ooh, feel better tomorrow.
Are you sure?
And he pats you on the chest softly. He's gonna take TakTak out, and he puts TakTak outside, and he says, "Bye, small creature."
Bye. Tak's gonna look very confused and then just be like,
Wait. Kuta. TakTak, I say in Elvish, TakTak needs wood.
And he's so shocked. Kuza looks at you and says, "You can speak Elvish?"
Oh, I thought I remembered by now. A little.
Your Elvish is pretty good. Wood. Yes. We have special wood to make our weapons and armors here.
I asked TakTak, I'm like, do you need special wood or what? What
Tok
do you
will
use?
flip around as she says, or he says this, because obviously it suddenly dawns on him that, oh yeah, there's somebody here to ask. And Theo's already doing it. Oh, yeah. Yes. Hardest wood. Hardest wood there could be. Maybe special wood? Magical wood. Need material. Something I can carve. Something strong, sturdy, hard to break.
Got
To
it.
make it other things.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. He's like, he said hardest wood, magical wood, something that won't break.
We will take you to our farm. Come. As he said that in Elvish to you.
And I'll tell TakTak, I'm like, he's gonna take you to get wood. You should go.
Okay. Tak will start trying to climb him.
he as you climb on top of his shoulder, he actually walks out all happy, and you see him grab onto the vine and quickly just swing with great force and momentum.
Sexy.
There's some G forces there. You land right in front of a small open area where there's no trees or grass. It's like a clearing, and you see Caelynn moving back and forth to a point where there's probably an indent in the ground from moving back and forth too much. You see Krutha land right in front of her as he was about to make his way towards the shrine. Before Caelynn, do you want to do anything? You notice this? You notice Krutha with TakTak on his shoulder.
She'll probably look and kind of tilt her head, but she's pretty focused on Iwani right now.
Yeah, because he's going towards the shrine right now.
Oh, is he going to go into the shrine?
He's going towards the shrine.
Oh, well then she'll grab him.
Krutha, stop.
She'll look up at TakTak and then look at Kutra. Don't go in there. She'll say in Elvish because he's also elf.
He says back in Elvish, "Why?
Iwani is on trial.
Iwani is on trial? What did she do?"
She did not do anything. It was her father.
Oh. I see. What did he do?
I am not sure. Why do you have TakTak?
I'm taking TakTak, your small creature friend, to our divine farm.
Is that through the shrine?
Yeah, that's behind the shrine.
Oh. Why?
He wants materials.
I'll look at TakTak. What you need materials for?
Oh, this? And he kind of pulls out his notebook and shows you, and it looks like a bunch of gargled up pictures that make absolutely no sense.
Yeah, she'll like squint her eyes and look at it, and then look back at TakTak, and like look back at it, and then raise her eyebrow to TakTak.
Talk's just gonna be like, TakTak, building something.
What? Building? What?
If TakTak can get it to work, should move.
Like,
Help TakTak get around. Maybe do other things.
should move? What? What is it? She'll like tilt her head as she looks at his scribbles, trying to make sense of it. Yeah.
Like maybe if I turn my head upside down, I could see it. It's a magic eye.
Down. Like.
Tyler will kind of like hold the book towards himself as he sees the picture perfectly in his own weird way, and then looks back at her. Oh, remember small little happy owl I made?
Yeah.
As you say that, you hear Mukano finally swings and lands right behind Caelynn. He says, "Oh man, Weaver!"
Oh my god.
And he just goes up and just gives you like you taught him how to. Theoden taught him how to do a high five while he was drunk. And
Right.
And he stick his hand up. He stick his hand out in like a high five motion.
Oh, and then TakTak will give away a big wide smile and then slap his hand.
Oh my
It's
god.
like, Omen Weaver! And he's gonna yell it out as loud as he can.
And he's like, "Oh, Omen Weaver, make more Omen!" And as he looks at the picture, he's trying to squint as he's trying to understand what it looks like.
Oh, Omen Weaver still owes you Omen as well. Need to make that too. But I need to make a bigger one.
He looks at Caelynn and says, "How do I tell him I want to help?"
She'll tell him, say, I want to help.
I want to help, Omen Weaver.
Oh. TakTak need all the help he can get. Huh?
What need?
Materials. What you use to make weapons, tools, armor around here.
Kuta says, Ton knows a lot about weapon and crafting. Mukano says,
Of course he does.
Then Mukano says to you, TakTak, and says, I know how to use weapon, but not make weapon.
Aww. Oh, maybe you can still help me find parts.
He smiles, says, I know what parts to make weapon, yes.
I just need to be shown where everything is. Gather stuff.
Oh, and he says, then come to my tribe. I have stone gifted by the tree.
Ooh. TakTak will kind of look over at Caelynn. How far away?
That's what I was gonna ask. How far away is his tribe?
On Elven foot, probably less than a day. Just a matter of hours. But on TakTak foot, probably a day.
TakTak can just get carried.
Mm-hmm.
TakTak's gonna have like a little chair that they just carry him around from now on. Or a little
Just hours
backpack.
For you, it probably far away.
Oh.
Mukano says, just kind of like, Caelynn doesn't know what she's talking about, and says, not far. Closer than these fall from tree.
Caelynn will look at him. TakTak have small legs. He walks
He looks-
smaller.
You made him realize that he has small legs. Wakano is just so shocked and says, "Your friend does not know how to swing? Jump from trees? Leap like monkey?"
He did okay yesterday.
Ah, then he is fine.
I don't know if he did okay yesterday.
I
I
think,
remember failing a lot of rolls.
I think he did okay. Once.
You see Wakano with great confidence says, "I teach you swing and monkey jump."
Oh.
Exactly.
We're just gonna start bouncing up and down on the other one's shoulders. Be like, monkey jump, monkey jump.
Kuda is like so smiles and says, "He spirited, happy."
Mm.
Wakano says, "Oh, I also came here to tell you something, Caelynn.
Hmm?
I wanted you to know that, I think the trial is going terrible for Iwani.
Mm.
It doesn't look good. If you know anything, or if you have anything that can help her, I think now's the time."
What? I know little. I don't know if it will help.
Yeah. Poor Iwani. The elders view this as the highest form of treason.
But she had nothing to do with it.
He looks at you confused. He says, "Our culture is about family, and whoever is the eldest takes all of the responsibility."
She had nothing to do with it. She should not be in trouble for it. I
They fear that her mother might have known.
but
They also fear Iwani might have known.
I do not think so. I trust her.
I know you trust her. But do your people trust her?
I do not know.
Kuta says to you, "Have heart, Caelynn. Perhaps, maybe, your words can persuade your father. But do not interrupt trial. The shaman will view it as disrespect."
Mm-hmm.
"You must go now. I will go help your friend TakTak, small creature, find the wood."
Okay.
As you make your way up to the shrine, TakTak, you see Kuza carrying you and veers a little bit to the right behind the shrine. And Gano like walking behind you and Kuza, smiling because he can't wait to show you all of his native tribe materials and such.
So proud of his rocks.
Oh yeah, definitely. Big proud. When you arrive behind the shrine, you actually see a very, very sturdy you see long and lengthy trees that have a very deep, thick brown coat layered on top of the tree's bark. You see various bugs and insects eating the sap of the tree. It's lined up to so perfectly, so it looks like it's like a farm, like someone did this on purpose.
Ah.
And you notice Krutha goes up to one of the trees and just takes it. The tree to you stands about 15 feet tall or less, but the thickness of it is to the diameter of it is probably about 2 inches. They look kind of like bamboo. They look like I should say, bamboo forest, but not really, because it's brown instead of green.
Yeah.
He simply just takes the tree, and just plop it out of the ground with ease, and just breaks it on his knees. You see Mukano run off and grab like a weaved basket it's open-ended on both sides, so that it can carry. It just looks like it wraps around the width of the tree to be carried. He says, "You put tree in here. Go ahead, farm as many as you want."
Taco will kind of look at the tree after he had like just broken it. Strong wood? You did that easy.
Krita looks at you and says, "You have to know how to use it."
Ah.
It is not refined, but very good. See? He says, flex as he like kind of like bends it and moves it. It's very pliable for wood.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm figuring out. So TakTak's gonna go like wide at me. Oh, that make it even better. Even better. This be much easier. And then he's gonna start running around and like grabbing his everything. You have vines? What about vines? Rope, string, sticky.
To say all that, they look at both of each other and they're so confused.
Oh no!
Oh, bobcats. Hi, yes, back in my tribe. We go.
Oh, okay.
So, why don't you roll an investigation check for me to see what kind of material you got? Like, did you get good ones, bad ones?
All right. 12, but that is one of my efficient ones. So 17.
17. TakTak, you find yourself being helped by Mukano and Krutha looking for the perfect tree, and you guys manage to find harvest about up to 50 pounds of wood.
Damn. Hopefully one of them's carrying it.
Yeah, both of them carrying it. But Mukano just says, put in cool thing. He's trying to make
his bag.
As you open up your cube, Mukano finds the enjoyment of putting it in your cube. He like drops it in and he's like look down and he's like, oh,
where'd it go?
Where'd it go? He does enjoy that as he picks them and put them in there. Back over at I'll say you spend like about 15 or 20. Actually, you spend like half an hour doing this because it does take some time to pick the trees and to find good ones. During this time, Caelynn, you had already rushed in, and when you rush in, you see a beautiful archway building, and inside the building, it's like a gazebo, I should say, for lack of a better term. And on the inside, the arch opening skylights kind of allow the sun to peter through, with various vines and foliage and trees and plants growing around the structure. It kind of gives the structure this very old look. That it has like the floral around it has grown to a point where it is all over. You can see some moss at the corners of the stonework leading up to the trial area. When you walk in, you see a circular room with steps leading down to the center, and that's where the light hits the strongest. Various tribe leaders are lined up or stand on the outskirts of the circle, underneath the shade, while the shaman is in front of Iwani, walking around, talking to the other tribe leaders. You hear the conversation is not going so well. The shaman is now accusing Iwani of working with her father, seducing all of the warriors by averting their attention from her father. You notice Iwani screams out and says she has no idea. With that being said, what would you do in this scenario?
Well, I don't want to barge in and interrupt because I don't want to be rude. But you girl's pretty pissed off right now. So I think I'll probably go stand next to my dad. I assume he's standing with the other tribe leaders.
Yes, he is.
I'll probably go stand next to him. I'll put my hand like on his back to like let him know like, hey, I'm here. I want to say some shit.
Yeah, you see your father turn around and looks at you. Caelynn, what are you doing here?
I have news about
What?
when I
What is that news?
I
What?
ran into Iwani's father. As
You
he
ran
was
into
dying.
you. What happened?
He took the totem and they betrayed him and he was killed. Iwani had nothing to do with it.
That does not ease my heart, Caelynn. It means that she might have known.
I do not believe she knew. I trust her. I don't think she would do that to us.
Look at all the eyes of the tribe leaders. They have already deemed her guilty. How are you going to convince them not?
I do not know. But I know she's not guilty.
What do you have me do? I am trying to help her. She's part of my tribe.
I know she didn't do it. I don't know what to do. But I know she's innocent.
Caelynn, you are now a full-fledged warrior. If you believe this is true, then speak up. I will give you time.
Okay.
The shaman stops speaking for a moment as your father steps in. Under the morning light, he says to the entire crowd, "My fellow tribesmen, chiefs, shamans, let us hear my daughter's words. For she was at the scene. He had saw what happened." And everyone is quietly looking over at you, Caelynn.
No pressure. She'll like clear her throat, and when I was recovering the totems, I followed a path that led me to him as he was dying. He told me he took the totem and he was promised power, and they betrayed him and left him for dead. I fully believe with all of my heart that Iwani did not know. I trust Iwani like my sister. She would never do anything to hurt the tribe. But I know her father did, but she is not her father.
Actually, you see Iwani saddened by this revelation. You look at her and she has her head down.
Iwani, don't do this to me. I do not believe that she could do this to us, to me. I'll like look
You say
at
that
her.
she's her shoulders slouch. You look at her and you see that her body language just feels more burdened and guilt.
Can I walk over to her?
Yeah.
I would like to walk over and like crouch. Is she like on the ground or is she standing?
At this point, she's still standing.
I will walk over and I'll put my hand on her shoulder. And I'll look at her. Iwani. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? You are like my sister.
Iwani says to you, I did not want to. I tried my best. That night when I saw you, I wanted to tell you. I knew all along.
What?
My father promised all of us that he would be chief, and I said no. I didn't want to believe it, but he was my father.
Keep your mouth shut, bitch.
Iwani.
No.
I don't want to hurt you. I didn't mean it. Caelynn, forgive me. Please. And everyone, you just see one of the chief just proclaim, so it is true. Your tribe has betrayed us. Amunhi. It was your fault that our totems was taken.
You're fucking back, bitch.
Amunhi. Just quiet. He feels like he's just aged like 500 years.
Oh no. Dad's gonna die.
And he looks over at Caelynn and gives you the look of, I have faith in you. You can do whatever you want at this point. Basically, I'm telling you, Caelynn.
Right. Free reign, baby.
Your next words can be Iwani's last.
Oh, fuck. Well, Caelynn will hug Iwani. And she'll look at everyone else. And, here we go, boys. Iwani did not want to. She said so herself. She knew, but her father... It is hard to stand up to a father. And she'll look at her dad, because, you know...
Yeah.
Dad. We were able to recover the totems. And he is no more. I fully believe in another chance. I do not believe Iwani will hurt us.
No? What about her mother?
I do not believe her mother will hurt us either. I never really cared for her father, and now I can see why. But her mother I was close to her mother. I believe that they will use this opportunity as a second chance.
We, as chiefs of our tribes, want punishment for what they have done.
And you think just kicking them out is good? You think that you can get rid of a problem like that?
Then how do you suggest we do it?
You watch them carefully, make them work, but give them a chance. to prove that they are loyal, to prove themselves. Everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
Everyone's just like murmuring at this point. Make a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck.
Oof.
Here we go, gamers. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's a 15.
15.
Not terrible. I'll take it.
How confident do you feel in your roll?
I feel like I'm confident in my words. Like,
Okay.
I strongly feel that Caelynn feels that everybody gets a chance to prove themselves. I mean, she literally has proven, like, had the chance to prove herself twice in like 2
Right.
days. Like,
So then they say to everyone in the tribe kind of murmur as one of the tribe leader from the Kongi tribe actually steps up. Actually, the chief, actually. So basically, I believe it's Krutha's father. Krutha's father stands up and says, all of us, please listen. I, as the chief of the Kongi tribe, understand this transpire, and we shall follow the words of the Ta'apo. Our tribe has always followed the law of the land, and has been given the opportunity to judge many of your warriors. I think it is only fair, like our Ta'apo has said, to give her a chance. She shall prove herself amongst all of our shamans, and if she has passed the test, she is worthy of redemption. And everyone kind of utters, and they all nod their head. Your father breathes with a sigh of relief. You see, Iwani is now in tears. Breathes with a sigh of relief. Thank you, Caelynn. Thank you for believing in me.
I'll give her a nice big hug.
As you embrace her, she could not bring the courage to embrace you back. She gives you like a soft touch, but she feels so saddened by her guilt. So burned by the guilt.
Oh, poor baby.
The words of the Ta'apo have spoken. Now, let us take her to our tribe, and there she will perform the spirit ritual, and there the trial will take place. Everyone nod as the shaman of your tribe says, and I have decided that this trial is now ended, as he tap his staff onto the ground, and it echoes through the halls, well, through the entire area. At this point, TakTak, you have made your way through some of the farms, and already Krutha and Mukano is taking you traveling to their tribe.
Yay!
So you already left by the time the trial has finished.
Oh no.
Once the trial, once you actually during your journey, make a perception check for me.
Oh, me? Okay. Oof. That's
no.
a natural 5. But I get pluses. Where is it? Perception? Oh, +2. So yeah, 7.
7.
Nailed it.
Well, never
All the
mind.
difference in the world.
With your lucky stone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, yeah. 8. Yeah.
With an 8, you're able to notice that when you look around, moving quickly through the trees, you notice Mukano moves so quick through the trees as he's able to jump from branch to branch and swing from vine to vine as if this forest is his playground. Kutha just makes like one big jump after another. But Mukano is like quickly agile, nimble like a cat. And as he jumps on while you're on his back, you're enjoying the flowing wind in your hair and enjoying the time. It's like riding a cool roller coaster. On the corner of your eye, when he finally lands, Mukano says, "Shh," and Kutha stops. Kutha looks around, and you hear Mukano says to you, "Smarkicha, Omenweaver, be quiet. Look." He touched the tree up this high. You can see somebody was sleeping in it.
Like there's a bed or something?
No. There were like rope, traces of rope burned on the tree, as well as markings, like claw marks.
Ooh.
And Mukano notices it. You seem a bit worried as you get closer to the Kano tribe. He says, "I heard you have fought against this creature before, right, Omenweaver?"
TakTak will kind of nod a little bit. Saw, yes. Tried to stop. More ran than fought.
You see him like sniff in the air. "It was here. We have to be careful."
TakTak's eyes gonna go wide at this. Are we safe?
No. We move, but quietly. The Mukano jumps and moves slowly. Kutha does the same. Finally, you guys stop, and you see a clearing of dead animals lying slaughtered on the ground, hanging from the trees. Some trees it's knocked down, chopped in half, as you see a sight that any green elf would hate to see. A sight of death, blood. And Kano just looks around and says, "This close. It must have been here about a day ago." He lands down with you on his back. Kutha does this. Kutha says, "Small creature, be careful. If we fight, stay by me."
TakTak will nod.
Mukano lets you off his back so you can make your way towards Kutha. Mukano pulls two of his blades out. Look around. And as he does, behind one of the trees in the clearings, he makes his way towards it. You see him worried. He says, "Kutha, come, hurry." Kutha makes his way with you in tow.
Yeah.
You see a dying green elf. He has markings on his face, but it's all covered in blood, most of it. But you can see some marking on his face to resemble the Kano tribe.
Oh no.
Oh.
You see Mukano goes, "Brother, what? Tell me what's happened." But to you, he says, "Buntara, dunaka." And you hear some words muttering in Elvish as you see him like press his ear against his chest. The dying man's chest, dying elf chest.
Yeah.
He's so mad. You see Mukano rage as his like blood started boiling. He turns around, and right when he turns around, he stops. Right on the ground, he see an armor made of black. He looks at it, picks it up quickly. Kutha tries to calm him down, and you see Mukano kind of shrug his hand off of his shoulder. And as he looks down, you see a human body has been pierced by an arrow, so it's dead. He tears off the chest, and he see a tattoo mark. You see Mukano recognize it. He says over to Kuta and says, "Mark of death, Kuta." Kuta says, He overlooks at you, Tak, and says, "Come, TakTak, we have to go. My tribe not safe."
Oh no. That means they're heading that way?
No, that means they're coming to us.
Oh. Just gonna take a long look at the person. Or the dead human. Like, huh.
You notice the tattoo mark resembles the same tattoo mark that you've seen on Theoden's chest.
Oh no.
Theo! We'll make note of that, but not say anything.
Smart.
Okay. As you don't say anything, TakTak, what's your passive perception?
Oh god. 12.
You think it's Theo? No.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh no!
Oh, cope.
Well,
How bad we want to see this? I have inspiration.
Okay, guys. TakTak will live on forever.
Rip TakTak.
Okay, inspiration. Try again, TakTak. I want you to live.
no,
I don't know if it's
It's a
staying.
passive
Oh, that's
perception.
passive?
I have
Yeah.
no advantage.
Oh, you have. Oh, I don't trust roll 20, bro.
Yeah, roll 20 is hacks, dude.
Last time we tried that, he got 220.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
That shit be cursed.
It is.
As you finally see, Mukano is pissed. He's
Oh,
angry.
Damn it.
He's not paying attention to his surrounding, and Cruza's trying to calm him down. You're staring at this body, trying to understand what is going on. Not knowing what happens, you feel a strain on your foot, TakTak.
Oh,
As all of a sudden you're being dragged so quickly, and you notice that Krutha, and for a split second, Krutha and Mukano doesn't know what's going on because you're so short. And they're just trying to talk to each other. What do you do?
Oh, Doctor screaming.
As you scream, they freak out. They look down. They both scream, "Small creature, Almond Weaver!" And they all run over to try to chase after you as you're being pulled so quickly.
Damn.
As your face being scratched by the foliage on the ground, the many grass and leaves that have fallen. You finally stop as your body hits the base of a tree. Finally, Krutha and Mukano got up to you and they were breathing a sigh of relief. Mukano says, "You okay, Elmin Weaver?"
Ow. I think so.
And,
Doctor's going to be kind of brushing up whatever he dragged onto his clothes through that little stint off, but also looking at his foot to try to figure out what the hell just happened.
You see a small vine tied around your foot.
Does it look like a natural vine, or does it look like a vine that has a knot that, somebody tied?
Somebody tied it, yeah.
I was just going to point at his leg. Is this common? I'm confused.
They both look down, and all of a sudden you see a bunch of green elves train arrows at Mukano and Krutha. They raise their hand up. They look at you. They have no idea what's going on, and you see Mukano says, "What is going on?" "We are your allies. Lay down your weapons." But you don't speak Elvish, so you don't hear that. You
I'm
hear
just
muttering
watching
Elvish.
them. Yeah.
You see one of the green elves stand up. He has feather in the side of his head, as well as marking on his eyes, and says, "For both of you, in common." In Elvish first, and then in common, and looks at you, and says, "We don't trust you, and we don't trust the Ta'apo. We know the Ta'apo is going to betray us, so we decided that maybe, just maybe, the Ta'apo could die.
Oh,
You see Mukano says, in Elvish, and he screams it, "You'll have to kill me first."
Don't say that.
And you see a bunch of arrows flown. And then at this point, you notice Kruta hugs both of you, a bunch of arrows sticking from his back.
Oh,
I want everyone to roll for initiative at this point.
everyone's just me.
Just everyone in the party. Sorry, not you guys.
I was gonna say.
There's only why did I take Theo with me?
I couldn't stand.
I know. Alright. Well, since it's just me, with my little +1, I got a 10.
That's with the lucky stone, right?
Oh, 11. Does Lucky Stone just give pluses to anything I roll?
It's only ability checks, not saving throws. Technically, initiative is considered an ability check. You notice that Kruta actually jumps in from these arrows trained at them.
He's such a good boy.
Yeah.
I love him. And I love Mukano. I'm gonna be so sad if people die.
Don't put that out there in the world.
Okay. So, what did you roll again for your initiative?
11, technically.
11? Nice. So it is going to be Krutha. It's going to be Mukano, Krutha. Enemy rolled like shit, even though they have surprise. It's going to be TakTak. Then it's going to be the enemies.
Which one jumped in front of all the arrows and took the hit? Was it
Krutha.
Kruta. Okay.
Yeah. Because he has a wide frame and he could do that quite easily. Especially because you're a small creature.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Mukano then sees this all happening and he screams out Krutha's name, and you see him go enraged and then mad as his veins start popping out of his forehead, and just runs up quickly with one as he pulls two of his blades out to slash this elf into bits. As he does, you can hear this crying roar of a bobcat as he activates his rage.
Oh my god.
You see him slash you see him go for a slash at the head of this elf. The elf blocks it with his bow as quickly as he can, and you see him swing so hard that it cuts through the bow and hits the elf by the neck, and then he quickly turns around to stab the elf in his back behind him and make this elf fall to the ground dead. That one. Okay, that was Mukano's turn. You see Krutha stands up, and all of a sudden you feel him just coughing up some blood, breathing heavily, and he says to you, "Run, small creature, run. It's okay. Mukano and I can handle this."
I don't like it.
And you see Krutha turns around and just charge in with all of his might. And you see just his bare hands. He comes in and he's going to attack this elf. Here. Cool. You see him bull rush this elf to the ground with all of his might. Let me see if the elf can stand it. Nope. And he falls down to the ground, and you see him just smash him over and over again with his fists over the top of his head. But this elf is still standing and fighting. He's still alive, and these elves are going to try to tackle Krutha when they get their chance. TakTak, it is now your turn.
Oof.
Krutha has made a clearing for you. All of these elves here are all distracted.
All right.
Oh, and just so to give you an idea, the village, the Eywa tribe is this way.
Okay. Well, first things first. TakTak. He's gonna look around at the frame and be like, not good, not good. But also focus on his good friend who took a whole bunch of arrows for him. And be like, TakTak, help! TakTak, help! So he's gonna run up and pretty much like, kind of jump on.
He's technically prone with it because he's on top of this elf right here.
Okay. So he's gonna like, mainly what he's doing is he's gonna start ripping out arrows and then slam that little spray bottle of his.
Oof.
He's gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
Ooh. Or just cure wounds.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not. It's okay. It's okay. We all know. We all know you are a hardcore D&D.
Yeah. So back in the day. All right. So it's a
Roll the heal.
1d8. A natural 8. Yes. All right.
Yes.
Plus 3. So yeah, he gets 11.
Ooh. That literally recovered half of the
Saved
damage he
his
took.
life.
Yeah.
Good.
Dicky.
And then TakTak will. How much movement was that? Was that 15?
No, that was only
In the tree?
10.
Okay, 10. So then TakTak will use the rest of his movement to backpedal kind of the direction he was talking about. Only he'll step back there first. Does that one in the corner get an attack of opportunity?
No, they're all trained onto him, so they will not take an attack of opportunity on you.
That's another 5. And when I get 25. No. I think that's as far as he can move. Yeah, bouncing up to there, healing, and then bouncing over there. With his 25 movement. TakTak's like leaving, but he's also like walking backwards kind of thing because he's keeping an eye on the fight.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't necessarily want to leave him behind.
Okay, now it's their turn. As they see you running, actually, make a, they're gonna make a perception check, actually.
Okay.
Battle. Oh! What is?
Rude.
They don't see you.
Oh no.
They don't notice you because you're too small, and actually, the looming threat of a gigantic elf coming at him with 2 blades, they are too focused on this Mukano to really notice that you're there.
Nice.
They're going to attack Mukano, both of them. Ooh. Oh wow, this battle is going terribly for them.
That's what we want.
Yeah. And one more. Oh. Okay. They hit Mukano. One hit Mukano. As one arrow hit Mukano, you see it graze him and barely does any damage. These guys are going to try to tackle Kruta, and they're going to roll. I'm going to roll 3 for them. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go.
Dodge.
Yeah, Kruta managed to fend off all of the attacks, and he's taking 3 at once.
Yeah.
They seem to only hit him once, so with they pull out like a small scimitar to attack Kruta with it, and Kruta only takes half a day. Wow, this is actually going well for you, TakTak. I did not think it would. Okay, now it's Mukano's turn. Mukano runs up, and as he actually no, it's not Mukano's turn. I lied.
The layers turn.
Yeah, actually, how'd you know?
Oh shit. I was joking.
You see more warriors actually appear from the corners of
of course.
trees, and they're wearing black armor. Maybe not.
He's wearing chainmail.
He's wearing chainmail, but he has some black.
Oh.
This one comes over and he noticed you, and he says, "Hey." Goes up to you, and he goes up to you and says, "Hey. Aren't she supposed to be back at base? What are you doing here?" He's talking to you as if he knows you.
Yeah. TakTak will look very confused and be like, out for a stroll?
You lot are so weird. strolling around here. And the force of it, I don't know. Whatever. You do whatever you want to do. Just watch your back, alright? I'm not supposed to help you, but you did help me out with my weapon and such. Just, stay safe. Don't let these elves kill you. He runs up. He's like, ah! He charges in and he runs towards Kano and going to hit him. He strikes Kano with his axe, but only half damage. Okay, that would be now Mukano's turn. Mukano turns around and sees this scenario, and he says something in Elvish towards you, hoping that you would understand. And he says, "Omen, we've outrun!" And he's going to attack him. He's going to go recklessly attack him. Hits. You see this warrior took one blow from Mukano and he's already bleeding out. And he sees that Mukano is such a strong elf that he's like a little bit intimidated. These elves, then you notice that he sees this and he's going to go for the kill. And you see Mukano is like see blood because he wants to kill this human.
The other elf try to kill a human?
No, this elf is going to try to kill. Sorry, I was trying to refer to that. This man is seeing just any other elves. Mukano hits this man again, dealing such a big blow that it cuts the man's arm off as he screams in pain and falls to the ground.
Oh shit.
Mukano just wipes the blood that's sprayed on his body and he's "You are next!" in Elvish and runs over to them. Krutha finally takes this Elvish warrior and just chuck it at the other as they fall down. Then he goes over and just tries to wrestle this one to the ground. And he does. Ooh, maybe. Oh! He wrestled this one to the ground and just picks him up and slams him to the ground again. And as you hear bones cracking with each slam.
Oh boy.
He's bloody. Yeah, bloody as hell. This one is
sexy.
Dead. Oh,
I know,
God
dang.
Like my dice is like telling me that, oh no, everything's going great, Eric.
Yeah, it's all fine. I'm so glad.
Tell him TakTak to run. TakTak doesn't need to run. What you talking about?
I don't need to be there either. I could just be sleeping.
Sleep on the
Sure, 20 more people show up.
Yeah.
Don't put that out there.
Damn it, Drew.
TakTak, it is now your turn.
All right. I mean, this is all I see so far, right? Just these people?
Yeah.
That one person showed up, but he just died.
You want to make a perception check? Because you failed the last time, so that's why.
Yeah, I did. All right. Yeah, I'll make another one. Ooh, 18. So yeah, 20.
You do see people coming. You see some warriors coming this way.
Oof.
Off in the distance, though.
A little ways away, but they're still coming. Yeah.
It looks like they're not going to make it to the battle. In time, at least, if you guys succeed.
Yeah. All right. So far, the human died. Those elves over there were thrown into each other. He's currently beating.
Yeah, these are prone. I should mark them.
Checking rain. All right, TakTak will continue to move backwards slowly.
Okay.
But keeping his eye on the fight, just being like,
all right,
we can go. And I assume there's like a little hand-sized rock or something like that around him in the forest.
Yeah.
Something, right?
Yeah, you can easily find one next to you.
He'll kind of pick it up, toss it up a couple times to feel its weight, put it into his little slingshot thing that he usually fires the firebolt with. But he's actually going to pull it back a little farther and then let it go, and this will cast Catapult. So with that rock,
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Okay. I need to figure out.
You also have a
anyway.
bag of fire potions.
I know. I was gonna think about that one
Fire
too.
potion.
You'll set the forest on fire, but it's a good calling call because
It is.
there is an army coming.
I mean, with the yeah, technically.
The elves are all going to come to put it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. He didn't really say how far we've been traveling, did he?
No.
Because it was a full or almost half a day's journey there, but I don't know if we were almost there or not. But technically, if we threw one of those fucking McFires right there, we'd get them
I
all.
wasn't there. This would be bad.
Okay. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
So, you're gonna cast catapult.
And I will cast it at.
Barely anybody used that spell.
I know, I've never used it before. Of course, I don't usually make spellcasters except for clerics. Alright, so it's a dex saving throw. The guys who are prone, wouldn't that be an auto hit? Or do they still make a dex saving throw from the ground?
They still have to make a dex saving throw, actually.
Okay.
Luckily, prone doesn't stop you from making a dex saving throw. You're thinking about stuff.
Boom.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. Alright, like these two over here, they've been tossed into each other, but they're not, like, really hurt, or is one of them look more hurt than the other? One of these guys is fine, right? Because he just...
They both look pretty injured. They're bloodied.
Okay.
Damn, Cruiser.
And this is the one he's currently beating on.
Right.
What about these two? He hasn't taken a swing at them yet,
No.
right?
Nope. Not yet.
Alright, you know what? We'll whack it at that guy then.
Which?
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
You have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
I think he's
Does that make it?
14? Sorry, 15?
Yeah, it says Dex 13, so I think he made it.
Oh, he made it. Is it save or suck?
Let me see. Try a creature. Let's make a dexterity thing throw on a fail save. Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about like half damage or anything. I think if he makes it, he just takes no damage, so he avoids it.
Okay. Yeah, it is save or suck. All right.
Aww.
Sad day.
I know. That would have been so much fun.
Oh, I know.
Feels bad.
I know. He's got that dex save, though, you know. It is elves we're dealing with.
That makes sense.
If somebody's going to
Actually,
be nimble enough to dodge, it would be them.
He was able to dodge the incoming catapult, even though he didn't see it coming. He saw it at the very last minute. He turns around now and he noticed that you're there. He quickly turns it over. Sorry, he doesn't turn around. That's crazy.
Hello.
Okay, would that be all, TakTak?
Yeah, I moved and I cast a spell, so, yep.
Okay.
All right. Spell slot left.
Now this enemy gonna try to turn around quickly, and he notch an arrow and fires at you because you're running away and he doesn't want that.
Oh.
Actually, and it's gonna be a disadvantage though because Mukano is trying to stop him from aiming.
Trying to get his head off.
Does a 14 hit you?
Yes, I got 13 armor class, but
Oh,
thanks to my new,
shield?
or being a thingamabob, I have shield.
Oh,
So, fuck it, I'll use my last spell slot and I'll use shield to deflect the arrow. 'Cause it gives me
you
that.
pull out a mechanism that instantly grow as a shield really quickly, and then it blocks the incoming arrow, and it just collapses under the impact of the arrow, and you no longer have that. But you can make it better. You could tinker it again.
Yeah.
Work again.
I just picture it like smoking and just TakTak dropping it.
This creature will then move out, provoking an attack of opportunity from your boy Mukano with advantage.
Yeah, boy.
hits him. Bloodies him. He's gonna make it 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. This elf here is going to try to attack Mukano. Misses. Oh god damn. These elves are going to now stand.
Our boy's too good.
And this time they're going to run up. Actually, one of them is going to train an arrow at you, TakTak.
Okay.
And this other one is going to run up to attack Krutha. Oh, come on.
Oh yes.
This elf is going to shoot at you, TakTak.
Stop trying to hurt.
Oh!
No!
My God, why?
No. Okay. All inspiration. Let's see if we can make you live.
Okay.
Roll at disadvantage. I swear to God, if it's another 20.
There's a 14 hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all that.
But it's not
But
that
it's not
20.
a 20.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Wealthy of inspiration.
Oh, wait, I think shield lasts for a turn, right?
If
Never
it's
used
a
it before.
spell shield, then yes. It lasts till your next.
What's the spell you cast again? Shield, right?
Shield, yeah. An invisible barrier of magical force appears, protects you until the start of your next turn.
Woo!
You have a +5 bonus of it to AC.
Oh, so so it does not hit. So your shield, you use your broken cave shield and you block this arrow again, and it didn't hit. This one is going to try to break free from Kutha's grasp.
Aw.
Oh, it broke free from Kutha's grasp. I just needed to roll another
What
one.
the fuck?
Breaks free and gets a chance to attack Kutha. Hits him.
Oh.
And at this point, bloodies Kutha. Now it's going to be, the soldier died. So and now it's going to be Mukano's turn. Mukano's going to take his turn to attack this one. Oof. Actually, he's going to run up to this one, provoking an attack of opportunity.
No.
Oh, he finally hits
No.
17. Yeah, 17
Oh,
does
shit.
hit
Feels bad.
Mukano, and you see Mukano only half damage, but he's bloody now. He's going to attack this one. That actually both of them hit. So I'll just say they both hit. And you see this one. As you see him both take both of his long sabers and stab it through the backside of these elves. As you see this elf right here dies, and as his body fall, you see Mukano rip the blades out from the back. It is now dead, and as he sees you, he says, "Are you okay, Omen Weaver?"
I know that you're my hero.
Please go, leave, hurry.
I'm trying. I don't want to leave you.
He's going to stand here to protect you from it. At least he's going to try. Actually, no, he wouldn't do that. He would actually go back here.
I'd like to also make note of, did you account that both Krutha and Mukana have the 5 temporary hit points from Iwani?
Oh shit. Wait, so does TakTak. Huh.
Just TakTak.
You have that too.
Krutha will then go in and try to attack this elf that's already bloodied. And
No.
misses.
My boy.
Gets to do one more time. Oh, this one hits, and you see him grab this elf and actually just
Kills it.
grabs him and flips the elf over, and it lands on his neck and cracks him.
Oh, boy.
Good. Suplex.
Yeah. Okay. So, TakTak, it is now your turn.
All right. So before my movement, from here, TakTak will. He's got his little slingshot out. He missed the rock. He's gonna pull out one of his little pellets, aim it, and then fire. Firebolt at that guy.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, Natural 20!
Woo!
Oh!
Kill him.
Itan. I mean, it doesn't do a lot of
Double your
damage. It's bloody, right?
This one is not bloody,
Oh, okay. It's fine.
Still kill him.
but he is damaged.
Come on, D10, don't fail me now.
You get double D10.
You get double the D10. Yeah.
Roll 2, okay. All right, so 5 and a 6, so 11.
11 damage. That's enough to burn this elf alive as you firebolt and it poof on his chest, and you see a hole there.
Yeah.
Feels good, dude.
We don't have to do more than that for
Yeah, this is going way too well. Yeah, just,
Save the boys.
I guess I did not
Not
expect
much
it.
movement, more like jump behind a tree kind of thing.
Are you gonna move away?
Like, if there's a tree around, you just get it so he's not out in the open anymore.
Okay, sure enough.
Get that.
So you have some cover. This elf go, and they will attack. This one will attack Mukana.
Just one-on-one now.
One more time. Yeah, they hit, and you notice that Mukano, although he's enraged, is getting pretty bloodied.
Ooh.
This one will attack Krutha. Oh, it finally hits. Krutha's also getting pretty bloody as well. Coming down to a wire. Mukano's will go and attack him recklessly. Both of them hits. He managed to kill this one before he dies. And this one, Krutha will then attack. Oof, misses. Oh, sorry. A natural 20! This should be enough. Let me... Okay, no, it's not. It's not enough to kill him. This one is still up,
Damn.
but barely.
Didn't snap the neck this time.
No, he punches him this time. Mukano then will move here. Alright, now it is your turn, TakTak.
Well, TakTak will use his movement to step out from the tree line, and then pull out another little bead and pop! Firebolt again.
This one?
The only one left.
Yes, roll a hit.
Ooh, that's an 11, but I get a +5. So 16. Is that it?
That does hit. That hits.
Alright. 10. 6. Damage.
You burn this one as well, and both of them looks over at you, breathing heavily.
I was so scared.
You notice that Mukano put away his blades and goes up to you and says, "Oh man, Ewya, you are really good."
Oh man, Weaver champion! We got to get the fucking Weaver coming!
What?
And then
More coming?
over the hill. Some movement over there. Lots of them.
He looks back and he says, "Oh." Mukano is a bit worried. He looks back at Krutha and says, "Krutha, you take Omen Weaver back to Eywa tribe. I will slow them down." Krutha automatically picks up TakTak and says, "Come."
No, I hate this.
And then you run off. Let's go back to Theo.
Why?
Theo,
I can't do it today.
about
hanging out.
2 hours later or so, you see Caelynn come in.
Oh, I guess I have like my head resting on like cool water.
Yeah, and actually you feel a
If
little
I
bit
feel
better. Yeah,
Okay.
the slimy medicine really does help.
Ew.
You don't want to ask what it's made from.
Yeah, no, I don't. Caelynn, where, what are you doing here?
Came to check on you.
I'm fine now. It's just,
Is Theo still like laying on the floor?
He's laying on the hammock.
On the hammock?
No, I'm not on the hammock. I'm on the floor.
You're still on the floor. Caelynn's gonna
I have like the bowl of water like next to me, so I can just like keep my eyes closed and dip it into the piggyback.
Caelynn's gonna crouch down and get kind of close to his face. She's gonna like tilt her head. You do not look okay.
Too close. It's
Am I too loud?
That's no, that's fine.
Oh, someone cannot handle their alcohol.
It's better. Kuzra gave me something. I say in my best Elvish. I try.
Oh.
Slime.
Was it squishy?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll stand up.
I pop one eye open. And I'm like, wait, have you seen TakTak?
He went off with Mukana and Kutra a while ago. Is he not back?
No, I thought he'd be back. I mean, how long does it take to get wood?
I think he went to other tribes to get things too. I knew I should have told him that they needed to be back sooner. Are you stuck on the floor?
It's more of a choice. But I could get up now. And he'll like struggle to, get up, get to his feet. Yeah, that helped. Is there any word on the Tanaruk?
No, not well, did I get the news about the 3 men? Was that last night or was that this morning?
Yeah, that was
last night.
It was technically this morning.
Okay. I couldn't remember. It killed some of our men. But that's all I heard from Mukano.
Well, is there anything we should be doing?
I do not know. Not that I know of. I was kind of hoping TakTak would be back.
Well, maybe he will be back soon. In the meantime, am I allowed to go to the waters?
Yes. I mean, you are not a prisoner. You can do what you'd like.
I think I will stop there. Get cleaned up, and hopefully TakTak will be back.
That sounds like a plan.
There.
I'll grab my pack.
Yeah, you just grab your clothes and stand up and slowly make your way out of the door. And as you stumble outside, Caelynn, you notice he's a bit better. He's able to move.
Excellent.
The slime really did work.
Excellent.
He climbed down to the base of the tree and make his way towards the spring.
I want to bring my armor, but I bring my sword in my pack.
Okay, you bring your sword in your pack. Cool.
That's it.
Caelynn, what would you be doing at this moment?
I'm
going to fast forward some time, so just give me an idea of what you're doing.
Once she sees that Theo can make it to the water by himself, I mean, she'll probably just, be social with her tribe and, be a good little princess.
So, you would talk around and people here acts like as if nothing has gone wrong. Enjoy your visit. You notice that you stop by Iwani's house, and you know Iwani is just talking to her mother just fine. They breathe with sigh of relief that they get a chance to live again, and they thank you profusely. In return, they give you a bag full of herbs that will help you heal your wounds. Basically, I'm going to say wooden canteens of healing potions.
There we go.
With that being said, everyone seems to really enjoy your presence. They talk to you, they say hi, well met, princess, and such. Your father is pacing back and forth, talking to all the chiefs here. It seems that all the tribes around this entire forest are all here at the Eywa tribe, so they're just chilling. Although it's quite odd, you do enjoy the pleasantry of different tribe members coming up to you and talking to you.
Mm-hmm. You're
You're the only daughter of the chief, so they really respect you. You do get some of the fathers of your ex-suitors come up to you boasting about how great their sons is, and you should definitely give them a shot.
Oh boy.
They're pretty great. Except Tom.
Yeah, he's meh. At best.
But as you're but we'll go over to Theo.
Oh,
Theo, as you're showering, as you're taking a bath in this spring, a couple of elves are already here. They look at you and they smile.
I say, it's a Katsi. It's hello, right?
I'll see.
Katsi. And then I'll go back, go in the water, get cleaned up, and then, I don't want to spend too much time there. But I will then head over to, what do I really need? I already kind of got all my ingredients.
Sure. Okay.
Pretty much good.
As you finish taking a bath and from your
Pick some
vomit.
flowers though.
Yeah, you pick some flowers. You notice that one of the tribe member. You don't know who this is, but you see this elvish man come up to you with very. They have brown skin, and his hair is braided so elaborately, tied in a ponytail as well. And it has various feathers around his arm, legs, knees, and his head. He has markings all over his face, which represents the status of this individual. He grabs you by the arm after you have taken a bath and says to you, "Come," angrily.
Why?
He just pulls your arm and
Does it, I look at the other people, does it seem like this guy matches all of them, or is he from this Eywa tribe?
he does not look like he's from Eywa.
I'm gonna pull my arm out. Be like, no.
Come now.
Where? I say in Elvish.
Surprised by that, he says to you, "You can speak Elvish?
Somewhat.
You come. You must see Shaman. You betrayed us." Oh.
Have I seen the shaman up until this point? No. I've never seen them.
Oh no, you see the Eywa tribe shaman.
So it sounds like he's not meaning that one.
He does mean that one.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I'll follow behind him, but I'm not gonna hold my arm.
He does not let you follow behind him. He's following behind you.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I just don't want him grabbing onto me.
Sure, he pushes you. As he pushes you, you make your way towards the center of the tree's hearth. And he says, and as he calls out to the tribe leader, he says, "Shaman, I, of the Tokala tribe,
Okay.
demand that you tell me why I should listen to a traitor. He is the mark of death." As he rips his Theo's shirt and points out the tattoo.
Whoa! Wait! Shit!
Whoa!
Caelynn, at this
Can
point,
I
you had
try
just
to
finished
stop
talking.
him? Like a sleight of hand to like. I'm very protective over that. This is my body. I mean, I ain't good at sleight of hand.
Well, go ahead and make a stop. Okay. Well, he's going to make.
A sleight of hand?
Are you proficient?
No.
Okay, disadvantage.
With my -1. I mean, I don't have high hopes here, but
I believe in you.
Oh.
no. 7.
With 7, you're not quick enough because you didn't know what he was doing. As he reveals,
Ripped off my
Caelynn,
shirt.
this all happened as he screams out in the tree's hearth. You were by the tree's hearth when you saw this. You were actually talking to one of the Tokala tribe weavers. So you were kind of talking to them about medicine and herbs and around the area, and they just really loved talking to you until the chief screamed out that Theo is the mark of death.
Well, that's definitely gonna get my attention.
Yeah, you turn around and everyone like looks and gather around the tree's hearth.
Well,
I don't think I'd get to do this.
Caelynn's gonna walk over and like stand in front of this guy.
You recognize him to be the chief of the Tokala tribe,
Okay. He'll
the father of Tunton.
she'll frown at him and is his hand still like on Theo's shirt?
He already ripped it. He didn't touch it. He just ripped it. And
Oh,
showed
he
it.
just ripped the shirt. Okay.
My whole shirt off?
No, just ripped that part.
Woo!
Like an
Aw.
open holder?
No, it's like from the collar out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just pulled it out.
Okay.
Can I like tie it back up? Or is it like broken?
It's ripped down the middle slightly.
My favorite shirt.
Sure, dude.
But I'll try to, cover it. I don't want more people.
Look at him. He's even ashamed of it, trying to hide his identity.
What are you on about?
I say in Elvish, I was granted safe passage by Tahopo Caelynn.
Ewya Katan.
Why am I on trial?
Ewya Katan, you do not see him? That is the mark of death. It has been worn by warriors of the evil man. And have slain many of our people.
He tried to save me, and he tried to take an arrow from me. If he was evil, he would not have done that.
It doesn't matter. He probably can go back to his home and tell this leader of where the veil is. He's still working for them. I know that mark anywhere.
Is Theo covering his mark?
Well,
Yes.
I close my shirt, yeah.
Caelynn's gonna look at Theo. What's Mark?
He'll like show her, like slide over the shirt so she can see the tattoo. I assume he means this one.
What is it?
It's symbol of my people.
Do all humans have this mark?
Oh, warriors.
Don't lie to her. You are part of the army.
I used to be.
The army?
Like how your warriors wear markings. I have mine.
Yes, we know.
Yeah.
Mark of death.
It's not a mark of death. It's just a mark showing my...
Loyalty?
Yes.
Ewya Katan, you will not see it. His loyalty lies amongst the army.
Mm.
Your father finally, come out of his home. Says, "At peace, brother." Shaman, what do you think of this? As he turns around, as the shaman make his way towards you, Caelynn. And
I'll grab Caelynn's hand as she like turns to see him. I'm like, I didn't come here for war.
as you grab his hand, you see everyone just gasp.
Oh shit! Ah man!
A bunch of arrows start, a bunch of people start react negatively.
I let go.
Whoopsies.
Oops.
Put everyone calm down.
Everyone calms as your voice reaches their ears.
I'll look at my father, because he was walking over here, wasn't he?
He's already here, yeah.
Oh, he's already
beside, behind you, actually.
Caelynn's like clearly very confused. I feel. I'm just gonna like look at Theo and. Why did you come here then?
I told you we were looking for an artifact. It was to get money. We didn't know it was yours. We were just told an artifact to bring it, and we'd get money. I came because I wanted to protect them from the forest, because I knew what was in here.
You've been in the forest before.
I have.
To kill our kind.
I kind of look away when he says that.
Caelynn will like grab his face and turn it back to her. Do you still want to hurt us?
Not you. No.
Not me specifically, or everyone?
I don't want this war anymore.
That's
But
a lie.
I fight savage elves. The ones that come out to fight my people.
It is because of you. You tear down our homes, cut down our trees.
I did nothing of the sort.
Then, out of nowhere, you hear a voice. Father. And you see Tun actually behind and says, "This man has smoke with us. This man has learned to love us. The Apo has made this warrior worthy of our kind. We should give him an honorary mark. He is one of us. Let him go."
Caelynn is gonna look so relieved.
You see him just flustered. Kano has gave him his blessing and share wine with him. I have given him my best pipe. He nods at you.
May I speak?
He says, "Go ahead."
Like you said, I may have fought against elves, but it was from misunderstandings. I've only seen elves that come out and kill my people. But now that I've been here, I see that we are not seeing the full picture. That you have your own lives and families and compassion and mercy. And if you want, maybe we could end this war. Make an alliance. We would stop. If you just stop killing our people, we don't have to come fight.
Benton smiles and says, "Those are big words, my friend. You see, those words will not mean anything to us until we see a result. Years of battling has grown our heart weary. But I believe in you." Puts his hand on your shoulder. "You do not have to make false promises."
I can promise you what I feel, at least.
I can feel it. You believe in the same we believe.
But I don't want to go against my people. I want to help create a bond between the humans and elves.
And he
Get
says,
past all this war.
"You are kind. I can hopeful. I can tell. But until we see it, we can't give you all of it. All of our heart."
I understand. That's why I did not want to show it. My mark.
But I like this. And I asked the son of the chief, the Tokala tribe, accepted. We share pipe. You good smoker. He smiles. Everyone relaxes. He breathes for a moment and say, "I speak with Bram. I can see you speak with him as well."
With Bram?
The chief.
Oh. I try. Doesn't work for me.
Father, this man knows how to speak our language and can speak to trees as well. I have listened to him many a times. You notice that his father just nods. It's odd when he says that and his father agrees. It maybe feels like Tonton has a special ability that allows that his tribe really respect. You notice that they both take a step back and allow Theoden and Caelynn to kind of talk it out. As Amunhi takes a sigh of relief, the tensions are high, but now another break in it, as they both retreat to their own things. Theoden, you are left, and Caelynn, you are left there in the middle of the Dragons Hearth.
Like, before Tauntaun leaves, can I say something to him?
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to prove it to you. If you fight the Tanarach, I will go with you. I don't want to destroy your home and your people.
He smiles and nods.
That's all.
Then he leaves. Okay, then Theo, what do you guys like to do at this time?
Well, Caelynn is like lost in thought right now. Like she's really thinking about something.
Okay, so I'm gonna move forward then. Caelynn, Theo, you guys both retreat to your own devices. As you guys do your own thing. About a couple hours later, you hear the panting of someone entering your home.
Which one?
And you see it was Iwani.
Oh. Into the one Theo's staying at?
Yeah.
Okay.
She says, "Theo, come out, hurry.
What's wrong?
Caelynn needs you."
For what? I start like grabbing my sword just in case. I don't know what she needs me for.
Okay.
I'll grab my pack too.
Iwani shows you which vine to take and swings.
Armor. No.
Um,
Can I ask her? Is it a battle?
she doesn't say much.
Ah, damn it. Okay, I just go.
You go. Caelynn, you and your father await as you see a bloodied Kutha and a just perfectly fine in pristine condition.
Beautiful.
Oh, damage.
We TakTak
That's your omen weaver.
on his carrying. A bloody Kutha's carrying TakTak as he placed TakTak down. And Caelynn, you ask TakTak what's going on, and as you're about to ask, you see Theo come in. Theo, you see TakTak a bit disheveled, but you see Kutha bloody, carrying a
TakTak. I like run over towards him, like check him over. Like, does he have any?
Nope, he's fine.
Gotta make sure baby's okay.
Baby's okay.
Baby's okay. Kuthra,
What?
you okay?
What happened? Where's Mukano?
Ah,
I bandage up Kuthra as he talks us.
Kutha does not take it. He looks and says, tries to point at TakTak to ask TakTak to help him tell the story.
TakTak shuffles his feet a little bit, rubbing his hair.
TakTak.
Thing happened. We were, well, no. We found a place where he thinks special creature that we ran from was in the trees. So that was alarming. But what happened next? Well, Talk kind of shuffles a little bit more, kind of pacing some. Wasn't really what TakTak expected at all. Elves jumped us. Your people. And he points at Caelynn. But, of course, he doesn't realize it's clearly other tribes. He's just like, you're all the same.
Oof. Elves?
Uh-huh.
They
But-
jumped you.
But not alone. Human there, too. Black armor.
I'll look
He's
at
gonna
you.
make my hands at you as well.
They're here in the forest? This deep?
Uh-huh. So TakTak's pacing a little bit, talking about the human, of course, but also kind of scratches his head. Elves mentioned that they were expecting to be betrayed, so they betray first. He kind of looks over at Caelynn. When he says that, kind of confused because he isn't sure about the politics of the whole situation.
Betrayed? Who would betray which tribe? I'll look at, Kuthra.
Kutha says, we have abandoned their tribe. They work with evil marked men. Death marked men.
Why?
They want you to Apo dead.
Me?
Yes.
Why would they want me dead?
The shaman says, Apo, you are the chosen one. I don't believe that you are. There are some of us who still clings on to the past. If your existence ruins it, they will try to take you away.
Where are they? I will go fight them.
Do not be hasty, Tapo. Amuni says, my daughter, they will not be able to find us. We shall mark our defenses and hide the veil. The shaman and I will perform a ritual to protect this village.
They will harm the village if I'm here?
We must be patient.
What What if I leave? Do you think they will follow?
They might. I don't.
Going on in Elfish. While they're talking, right there in the middle, like I'm doing right now, Doc will kind of bounce up and down and point behind him. Kano's still out there. Someone has to help him. Huh?
Yeah, yes, we have to go help Mukano.
Kuta says, as he's like a bit injured, he's trying to go, and he's like, I am injured.
No,
I can't help.
That's why I wanted to heal you.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yes.
I thought you were just trying to cop a feel.
Exactly.
I can heal you.
Oh, I don't trust your kind's medicine.
It's your kind's. He's plants.
He is here. We can have someone heal him, and we can go.
Okay.
He says, be careful. Don't travel too far. The elves know our ways and can ambush you.
Why are the humans working with the elves?
Okay, we will.
Did TakTak get a good estimation of their numbers when he saw with his perception roll, or?
Oh yeah, you saw a group of probably like 10.
Okay.
But basically, you know, that's like almost like a squad, like when you see 10 unified soldiers, it's like a squadron.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll at least relay that. Just be like, there could be more. Well, probably definitely more, but he was trying to slow down at least 10 of them for us to get away. That way they know it might need a little bit more than 3 people.
Is there a faster way there?
Tonton actually steps in and says, I will help.
Thank you, Tonton.
Can we get the stags again to get there? I'm not the best at vines swinging.
I'll look at Kutra to kind of try and figure out where they are to see if we can take stacks.
Kuta nods his head, and they kept it in the under one of the trees for you. And he says, I will go get it. He stands up, and momentarily he rushed back with 3 stags for you.
Oh wow.
Except one belongs to Hufei. Hufei with divine markings written along its fur.
My boy!
It wiggles its ears and races towards you.
I'll give him a big hug. He's basically like a giant puppy, I imagine. That's how I want to picture him. Giant stag puppy.
Yep.
As you hug its neck, you can hear its breath. Breathing.
Hello, boy. Look at the handsome boy.
How bad does Mukano look right now?
You can't tell how bad Mukano looks.
No, I asked.
Oh.
How bad was he?
He is a warrior. He can handle it.
Let me go grab my things, and we will go. I'll look at Theoden. Theoden, get your things. Hurry.
Okay. I'm like, TakTak, can you help? Can you help me? I'll grab.
Then kind of crosses his hands like, I guess humans wear stuff.
This fucking guy.
What's his clothes?
Pick him up and run towards our tree thing.
I would like to. I'd like to say that Caelynn reaches for her armor, and then she's like, "Nah, dude. Nah, that's fine." She's like, "I feel powerful."
No, actually, the shaman probably would have told you.
Woo!
And you kind of practice it here and there, and you understand.
I think she would at least learn because she wore it during the trial. When actually,
so. Yeah. It was after the trial, in fact. But like sometimes when you're like talking to all of the people.
Before I got shit-faced?
Yeah, after you got shit-faced.
Oh,
This is within the past hour you've known.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, same page. I will grab my arrow and bows.
Yeah, and as you do, you carry your pouch with everything that you might need, as well as a pack. But when you touch your necklace, all of a sudden you see markings just automatically moves and grow and place itself on your body. War markings. And Tonton is like, shit, that's like the good shit, you know, like he's like super. You think it's like you broke his seriousness for a moment because he's like geeking out. Then he snaps out of it. Then after that, you finally met up with Caelynn on her stag. She looks down at you, and Theoden, you almost didn't recognize her because of all the markings. But it looks divine because it glows a little bit. Ooh, supernatural.
Ooh, pretty glowing.
And as she sits on Hoofway, his marking glows as well.
Like I would be like, comes out and then like sees her, is like, and then like kind of snap out of it and be like, try to get TakTak on the stag so we could go.
Dog's over there by the stag, and Caelynn like trying to scratch at the markings. Oh.
Caelynn, you feel a finger pressed by your foot.
I'll look down.
You see TakTak trying to like touch it.
What are you doing, TakTak?
TakTak wants to see it. Scratch.
I'll look over at Theoden. What is he doing?
We just haven't seen markings like this. It's magical.
Tonton smiles and says, I think he likes it.
TakTak replicate. Not have foot fetish.
Theo has foot
Yes, I knew Theo did.
I knew it.
Well, I pull my eyes away.
Tonton makes it canonical.
Yes.
Pull my eyes away. Come on, TakTak.
All right. We must save. Huh? Now he's going to run over.
Oh, at this point, you have a saddle, by the way. You have a saddle on the stag.
Oh.
Nice. On Hoofway.
On Hoofway and your stag as well.
Oh, nice. We can survive.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Get on the saddle.
But the saddle is not like your typical saddle. It's like elven saddle, so it's made from like these leaves and woods and animal hides. So
it's literally just a blanket.
pretty much.
Yep.
Okay. Bareback. Let's go. Let's go.
But you get the benefit of a saddle, just so you know.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm ready.
As soon as everybody hops on, Caelynn's gonna take off.
My armor's on.
Okay. You guys take off. You guys run far south from the Eywa tribe as fast as you guys can. On the back of your stag. Dang!
We fast.
Okay then.
Yeah.
So this is the thing where I don't. It requires quite a bit of training to shoot a longbow on the back of an animal, while riding on the back of an animal.
Yes.
So every attack you make with it will be at a disadvantage.
Okay. I didn't plan on riding Hoofway like into battle. I wanted to ride him close enough and then hop off and try and see if I can like get in tree.
Oh, you don't want to ride him into battle?
No, I want to use him to get there because I can.
Smart choice.
Because I can get in the trees and fuck these elves up.
Okay. Well, I also want to know that I want to let you know that I do want you to know that you can use short bow on the back of an animal. A short bow is fine.
Okay. I do not have a short bow. So.
Okay.
But now I know that I can use a short bow on Hoofway. So I will invest in one.
Yes.
Just leave it attached to the saddle.
Big brain, honestly.
No.
You guys traverse through the forest, and you go you travel past where you were, to further south, after a couple hours of traveling, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Only an hour of traveling because you were traveling on the back of an animal, which is 10 times faster. You notice Ton says, "The trees are talking. The animals are saying, humans are making their way closer, but they are keeping the distance. They lost their elven friends."
Let's just grab Kano and run.
No.
I see Mukano. He is behind their lines. He is not captive. He is hiding behind their lines. We have to give him signal.
To come here?
Yes, we will cause destruction. Attack squadron in the front.
Am I able to see the squadron?
No, he's
God
able to
damn
see
it.
pretty far.
Can I see?
Maybe I...
No.
Damn.
He's able to see pretty far. He has a special ability where he can see really far.
Maybe we don't have to fight. I could try to talk to them as you get Mukano out. They can't find the veil without an elf.
Tunton looks at Caelynn for, basically, you decide.
Caelynn's gonna probably look more concerned than she wants to lead on. Do you think you can trust these ones?
I can't see them.
That's, I do not
If
want...
I get closer, I can see.
I do not want to lose another man. I think fighting them is best. I do not know if they can be reasoned with.
I could try. If not, then we can fight.
Okay. Give me TakTak.
I'll pass over TakTak.
Just
Little
toss this
baby.
aside, yep.
You get to be on halfway now.
Does Theo know about the gnomes being used in the military?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I give over TakTak.
So, finally, you guys arrive in an opening in amongst the forest about hours away. You hear ruffling off in the distance of the trees. Tonton signal that everyone should hide except you, Theo. Caelynn, you decide to hide by these set of trees.
I would like to know, actually, first off, I want to ask Theo if there's a signal he can give, because if he gives said signal, I would like to shoot from a tree somewhere. I would like to shoot whoever he is talking to. Is that something I can do?
Yes.
I would like to do that then.
Yeah, what's your signal? He says, do you know how to whistle?
Yes.
Whistle.
Okay. That works.
Oh, and before they actually break out, TakTak's also going to mention the gnome situation.
There we go.
Yeah.
How would you talk to bring that up?
Well, TakTak will pretty much just like have that little lightning bulb pop up over his head. Go, oh! TakTak almost forgot. Human actually, when he arrived, thought TakTak was on his side. Apparently they have someone like me there. He said thank you for helping with my sword or my armor. So there must be another gnome in their camp working with them. Apparently working on stuff. Just something to keep in mind. Could be useful when talking to him. Never know.
Okay. Maybe you go with me.
Shit.
I do not.
Well, that one thought I was with him, but I don't know if the others will think I was him.
I think risking one of you is enough. We do not need to send both of you. Alright? I don't even like...
I'm gonna get off my stag friend. I don't want to be on a stag. That's like so obvious that I'm not.
Yeah.
Hello, this is me and my stag friend.
Hufei moves over here, gently stepping behind the tree and giving you a boost so you can climb up to the top of one. You have a vision of Theo, but barely.
Damn, boy. What's cooking good looking?
TakTak, you're on Hufei. Hufei is still. It's better that you're on Hufei anyways, so that you can move into action, because Caelynn can shoot from a distance. Or do you want to stay, or you want to climb up a tree? Tell me, where do you want to?
Oh, no, TakTak will stay on
the stag.
The stag.
Hoofway.
I mean, he'll have his Hoofway. He'll have his little, improvised made slingshot thing so he can cast Firebolt. That's got like 120 range, so he can see everything.
All right, Theo, you come out to this tree alone as you see a bunch of squad comes up to you and says, "Hey!"
Do I see any of the leader of these men?
Yeah.
Like, who's in charge?
Him.
Him? I'm gonna walk up to him and do like my salute of the military because I have soldier background. I can pull rank.
Hey, don't I know you?
You should.
Oh! He looks over at his friend. What are you doing around here? Look, mate. Not quite right there. Legendary savage killer. Sculpt terror. The great Theoden the Ward. Oh! I heard you amongst our ranks.
What are you men doing here? I heard
We're here to help us kill some of these savages. Yeah.
they're already taken care of. And I found your
that great skull snatcher Theoden. The Ward! We don't have to work on these savages now that you got.
You can go back and rest. I'll pat him on the back.
Alright. Wait.
Is the king nearby?
The king is causing not nearby.
Then what? Who's leading you men?
Oh, I am right now.
What's your mission? Besides taking care of the savages.
What's a bit top secret, I can't tell you. Sorry, mate.
You know who I am. Why are you keeping secrets from me?
Well, I was doing my job. You're no longer in our ranks.
I'm still a part of you men, and I want answers.
Why don't you retire now?
Currently, on a break. I've been getting information.
I appreciate the extra helping hand in slaying these savages. I'm getting tired of killing them. It's so easy. Oh, it's getting boring. Well, I was just chopping them up. But I'm glad you're here to help me. I still can't tell you.
How many men are here?
About a squad, 10 of us.
Well, I'm sorry to rain on your parade, but there won't be any more fighting savages over here.
Why not?
They're different. They're not like the ones back home.
They both look confused as you say that.
They don't want war.
Well, you're just gonna have to take it up to the warden.
Exactly. Where can I find him?
Walk camp.
Take me there.
Oh. Alright. I'd love to take care of kids. Yes. Walking's all bitter as he walks away.
Does he bring all of his men?
His other friend does. Comes with.
As long as we grab all 10 men.
Yeah.
I'll try to, I don't know how to talk through the trees,
When I see Theo start to move forward, can I slip through the trees forward?
Yeah, you do.
I'd like to do that.
Okay,
to
slip
keep
through the
him in my
trees.
sights.
Hufei stays back with TakTak.
Good boy.
As you take a step back, Theo, you notice that Both of them are taking you.
Do I count 10 men with me?
No, you only see 2.
Where's the rest of them?
Well, I'm too busy taking care of you, mate.
Call your men. I know you can.
He whistles. Oh my god. I don't take orders from you. I'm just doing you a favor.
I'm saving you time. That's what I'm doing.
I would appreciate it. That's why I'm doing you this favor. I'll
Well,
let your knickers in a bunch.
While you've been out here, what's your name?
My name is Flatbed.
Flatbed.
Aye.
Have you seen Scarface? I saw a glimpse of him while I was traveling the forest. I thought he was dead.
Oh, don't know much about it. Sorry. Both my pay grade. As he takes you out, you are out of the map.
Okay. Can I ask them? I'm like, let's see.
As you're out of the map, you see these warriors continue to rampage.
They didn't call the 10? Oh, then I'm not leaving.
He fucking lied to you.
I know. I was waiting for him to call the 10.
No, he's taking you out.
No. Okay, fine. I don't want to go then. I'll talk to the guy. Be like, as soon as I reach the edge and I still don't see the 10 men, I'm like,
Hey, Caelynn.
we're going to wait here for all 10. It's above your pay grade. I know. Well, if I told you I had some money, help up that little pocket change of yours. It's been really heavy on me. I'll pull out it's now 13 gold.
13 gold. He looks at you and he says, Look. Wait, what? I know you have a bit more than that.
I do, just not on me and with no other men in sight.
Look,
there's...
I whistle for them. They come on in their own time. We have to make our rounds. Relax. Of course, it's protocol.
Well, after you're done with the protocol, I'll see you at dinner. Call your men. I'll be there later in the evening.
I already did, calling my men.
Exactly. Go back to camp.
Fine, I'll go back to camp. Off. Hey, I'll take that money, though.
I smile and I give it to him. Go enjoy it. Go have fun. Go around the campfire.
As you do this,
I'll head back towards try to find them.
before you can even head back, this is during your talking. So, they rampage through the forest, looking for elves, trying to find enemies. As they're swinging their axe, trying to chop some trees down. Small ones, not.
Okay,
not,
I was like, oh god.
Just to make pathways for them. They look around, trying to search for an enemy. They seem to not notice anybody. What do you do, Caelynn?
I hold, man. I've got my arrow trained on one of them. The closest one, probably the one in the middle.
Eventually, they make their way to find Hoofway off in the distance with TakTak.
Uh-huh.
They stop and they stare at Hoofway and TakTak.
I got my arrow.
Hello.
He's staring as you say hello, and he's what the? Hey, you know him there. What are you doing out here?
Looking for things to make potions with. Ooh.
He starts shaking. All right. Calm down. Don't talk any of those crazy nonsense that you normally do. Creeps me out. You and your gnomish types. What's that you're riding? That's not a horse.
Something
I
I
reckon
found
it's
here.
one of those savages. I know they ride on some of them. They do? Yeah, mate, they do.
Yeah, mate.
Hey! Oi! Can you get off there? We're gonna go back to camp.
Where camp?
So, talk like you don't know. South from here. You silly bug-eyed creep. Come on.
Okay. Talk will kind of hop down off the creature, awkwardly a little bit, since he's so small.
Yep.
Then walk up to him. He's also gonna kind of mess with this little cube of holding and pull out one of the alchemic potions.
Ooh, which one? The fire or the random ones?
The fire. Just to have
okay.
it.
Okay.
Obviously, it's like grenades, so it never hurts to have nearby.
Yep.
But yeah, no, he just wants that out and handy if needed, but he's gonna kind of look around the trees because he isn't quite sure where Caelynn went.
Caelynn,
So he's kind of like, I'm gonna follow. I'm pretty sure I'm being watched by somebody.
He actually like grabs onto you, and actually kicks you. Not grabs onto you, but he kind of like pushes you with his knee to move forward.
How is this one out of earshot, or are they still pretty close?
Oh no, this one is definitely out of earshot.
Okay. And is his back now turned to this man?
Yes.
I'd like to fire at this man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Are you trying to kill him silently?
I am trying to kill him silently. Yes.
Ooh. Okay. After this shot, go ahead and make me a stealth check at a disadvantage.
Okay. Oh fuck. Oh, I love that +8 so much.
Did you roll an advantage, by the way?
Oh, I
Or
did
you
not
hitting?
roll advantage. I get a roll advantage for hitting?
Yes.
You're hidden.
Oh, that's right. I rolled the same fucking thing. So, feels good. I rolled a 13 both times.
13?
Yep.
I was waiting for more.
No,
I was waiting for you to tell me
that's 13
more.
Wow.
with my +8 both times.
A 13, actually, you as the arrow flies past and hits the ground, and he ducks. He looks around. He says, "Look." Go ahead and actually no. Before he does that, you should roll stealth for me at a disadvantage.
Oh, God bless America.
Oh.
Oh, I have a +6 to stealth. Oh, thank you, baby Jesus. Hold on.
I'd like to thank the baby Jesus.
Wait, disadvantage, right?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta roll. Fuck! I rolled an 8!
And, I just so shocked. Okay.
I know, that dice is the dice jail. Dice jail for that D20. You're fired.
Yeah, he freaks out as he sees the arrow. And you see this guy says, "Oh, savages! Look around the trees. They always like to hide in the trees." And you see Hoofwig, and kind of stands up, and you see this man says, "Oh, don't be!" He just runs up to see the first thing he hits. He just swings randomly at.
No!
I knew it.
My baby!
He's gonna roll. He's screaming at him, "No, that one, the trees!" So you go.
Oh, not a natural 20.
No, not a natural 20, but a 20 does hit, right?
Yeah, it hits Hoofway. Why would you do this?
Hoofway takes.
You did
I missed, okay?
And Hoofway takes 10 slashing damage.
Oh my god, my baby. When he attacks Hoofway, I want to jump out of the tree.
Okay. At this point, I want TakTak and Caelynn to roll for initiative at this point.
Oh, now I roll decently. Thanks, very cool.
Yeah. Roll initiative. Okay. 25 to 20.
I rolled a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Sometimes I expect Katie to roll really well, and I'm just like, oh, no? What?
Look, I put that dice in dice jail, man.
20 to 15.
19. Painful as fuck. Wasted natural 20.
Wait, do you have a -1 to initiative?
Yes, because I have a -1 dex. Why are only nat 20s always just
15. Oh, they rolled enemies. Goes next. 15 to 10? Or, yeah, 15 to 10.
12.
Even though you roll 12, you go last. TakTak.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Feels bad.
Okay. Top of the round, Caelynn. You jump down to the trees. As you fall down, you land softly, without a pain in the world. Actually, to be fair, you are pretty high. Actually, you need to make a acrobatics check for me.
Oh, baby. This dice is never going to dice jail.
Today.
I rolled a 23.
You're fine. You land and you roll. And as you roll, this guy knows your existence now.
Mm-hmm. As I land, I want to shout at Hoofway to run. And then I will train my arrow on this man and shoot him.
Okay. Hoofway will go at the end of your turn. I forgot about Hoofway. Oh.
My baby!
Okay, you train your arrows and shoot at him. Roll a hit.
I rolled a natural 16, so that's a 24 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Oh, that's max damage, dude! Thank you, dice. Thank you. That's a 12 damage, sir.
12 damage. This warrior is still up though, but he took 12 damage. He's reeling back in pain as an arrow hit directly between his shoulder blade, making one of his arm pretty limp. He's like, turns around to see you. Oh, savages, kill them! And they're freaking out because you look like a savage to them.
Understandable. I am.
Anything else, Caelynn? You have a bonus action. And you have a little bit of movement left. I think you would have half your movement left.
Yeah, actually, as my bonus action, we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this man.
Ranger.
I'm going to use that today.
Ooh.
I should have done it first, but I just remembered it existed.
Right.
You just remembered.
I did. I was like, wait, Hunter's Mark is a bonus action.
You turn in the corner of your eye. You train your eyes on this individual. There's a spirit around. As there's aura around him, you can see it. You can feel it. You Hunter's Mark this man. Okay. Anything else?
That'll be my turn.
Are you going to stand there? You're going to stand there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to stand there.
Hoofway, it's going to run run south. Because I'm going to travel one. Actually, you can move him. You can tell me where you want to move him.
I want to move him away.
You're a ranger, so you could get the benefit.
I guess when I tell him to run, I'll motion. I'll tilt my head because I'm, got my arrow trained on this guy. So I will tell him. Where do I want him to go? I kind of just want him to go off up this way, but I want him still close. I just want him out of combat because he's my son. He's my fluffy dog. He's my fluffy dog's tag.
With horns.
With horns.
Well, you make him run there. He's going to use his action to disengage so he doesn't get attack of opportunity.
Thank you.
Smart.
Runs off. All right, Theoden, it is your turn.
Hearing all this commotion now happen, the ruse is up. So I'm gonna start. Let's think. Running back.
You don't hear the commotion. Actually.
I don't?
No.
Damn it.
You're too far.
Well. I mean, I was heading back anyways because I told them I'll meet you there at dinner.
Yeah, he's already leaving.
Yeah, that's fine.
These guys already leaving.
Okay. Well, start driving back. Is it dark right now? Or?
No,
I assume not.
No, it's the sun's about to set, but
okay.
The sun's still high. You can still see.
Okay.
Okay. You hear the sound of Theoden. You hear the sound of battle as you hear the sound of a stag crying out as it's trampling through the forest.
Oh my god!
Trotting, I should say.
Okay. Well, I start panic running now.
Okay. Panic running.
He runs faster.
Run faster.
This one actually goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that'll be its turn. This guy just turns around and leaves your attack, your area. TakTak. By the way, you guys got another gold. So it's TakTak. What would you like to do? Do you want to take an attack of opportunity? You would have to punch him, or if you have a dagger.
I think I do have a dagger. I would have had it out though, so nope. TakTak's gonna let him keep on walking because a punch does like 1 damage, and well, right now they don't see TakTak as a threat.
Nope, they don't.
Nice. That is true. This is fine.
These two will gang up on Caelynn, and these two will try to hit Caelynn. This one will swing at Caelynn. Does a 12 hit you?
Nope.
This one will swing at Caelynn again. Does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, and you take 17 damage.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
So I take it back, 15.
Jesus.
Still.
Damage. What the? Is he using an axe? What is he using?
Yeah, he's using an axe.
Damn.
Is it 15 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She will
He just rolls
definitely
back down.
cry out when she gets hit for fucking 15 damage.
As you cry out and they freak out. They're like, "Oh, savages war cry! Go on, shut her up!" You hear the sound of a stag going.
Oh no, it's coming.
As it comes in, you see Untun just slash the back end of this individual. Rolls with advantage. Oh no, that's the one. Okay, that hits.
Woo!
Dealing him.
My man's.
No.
Ugh.
5 damage. He is hurt. And you see him do the same thing to this one. As he does like a drive-by, you know?
Oh, nice.
Wait, whose turn is it? It's Tauntaun.
It hits as well. Dealing him.
My man!
Oh, max damage. Oh, I think this isn't. Oh, yeah, because you fucking killed it. Oh, yeah, this one's dead.
Yes!
And then he turns the elk around. It's gonna stay right there. They're freaking out at this point. TakTak, it is now your turn.
All right. So TakTak will go, oh no, oh no, oh no. And right there, then right there, then right there.
Runs away.
It runs over here. And then TakTak will turn around and then go firebolt over at I guess that guy.
They have no idea what's going on. In fact, they don't think you're. They think you're on their side. So,
Yep.
You move just fine.
That would be a 13. Not that great.
13 does not hit. As your firebolt kind of explode a little bit like 2 feet away from this man turns back around at you and it says, "Oh wait, hey, not me, you idiot! The savage elf."
Sorry, not good at aiming. Not a fighter like you.
Yeah, I know you were not. You're. Caelynn, it is now your turn.
Okay. This is tricky. Because I assume I can't shoot my arrow from 2 fucking feet away.
So actually, when he attacks you with that great swing, the mark on your body slowly recedes. But you receive no damage from the hit, though.
Wait. So I don't, like, get a, like, I'm not bleeding or anything? I just...
No, you're not bleeding.
Oh.
It's just the, you took the damage, but it's just
Okay.
I'll protect that skin.
the tattoo provides just some protection.
Okay. Haha, can't damage me, bitch. Or injure me. I'm too close to shoot him with my longbow, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No, you could try as a disadvantage, though.
Is gonna kill this man, so I will turn and hold my action for any enemies. Like, I will hold my bow for any enemies coming from Theo's direction.
Okay. Rightfully so.
And that will be my turn.
That'll be on your turn. All right. Theo, it is now your turn.
So I definitely see and hear this.
Yes, at this point. Okay.
20, 25, 30. I was like, I want to be able to get in between both of them.
Okay. If you get in between, you run up, and you hear these guys says, "Oh, help us!"
I'm gonna be like, stand down. You were called back to camp.
What?
Stop fighting.
What? You're not the boss of us.
Your boss is the one who's calling for you. Did you not hear the whistle?
Nope.
He's back at camp. Go home.
Make a persuasion check.
Did I get advantage because I'm in the ranks of soldier? That's my background.
Not in this scenario.
Okay.
But
I try. Natural 20!
What about the elf?
She's not gonna fight you.
Whoa.
Right? I look over at Caelynn.
She's got
Everyone
her arrow.
stand down.
She's got her arrow trained right on this guy, and she's looking at Theo like, I mean, I might.
Everyone stand down.
They're so confused. She's going to cast a spell on us. I mean, she just wail her cry.
Just go. She won't touch you.
Back up. Slowly.
I want to shoot them so bad. I want to shoot them. Can I shoot them?
Do as
I
you
don't
do.
take orders from nobody.
Do it, Caelynn.
You
I
gotta
would
know
like
your
to shoot at
character,
this
yeah.
man.
You gonna shoot this man?
Actually, I'm gonna shoot at the man with the hunter's mark. What am I doing? I'm dumb.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what are you doing?
Hold on. I have a thing. Oh, that's a natural 18.
There's nothing I do to protect him.
Yeah, that hits.
Am I able to, like, swat her bow? I don't think so.
If you're all
I've already called this. She already gets disadvantage, right?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stop her.
Okay. Roll again. See if you can stop her.
What, side of hand?
Yes.
Wait, am I rolling again, or?
No. She,
No, not in it. That's a 1.
That's a 1.
No.
Not an actual 1, but it's
Elf
a 1.
princess fast.
That's right.
He tries to stop you, but you can see Theo slowly, like in slow motion, you can see Theo move his hand up to kind of lower your bow, but you were too quick. You
That's
released the arrow.
That's 13 damage.
Oh, you killed this man. He falls down to the ground. He is dead.
No.
And you see him look over, and he used this other guy run as fast as he can at this point.
Why do you kill him?
I want to ignore Theo and run after said man and try and shoot the other man.
Oh shit! But at this point,
can I use my hunter's mark? Can I? Oh, I wanted a bonus action move hunter's mark onto him. No, come back.
She has the elven sight, though. Why can't she just kill him?
My longbow does have a range of 600 if I'm reading correctly, or 150. No, 600 feet.
Jesus.
No, I know. Yeah, 600 feet is the max, but if you go above, I think above
Hold on.
150, that's
Hold
a
on.
disadvantage.
Question, DM.
Mhm.
I have Horde Breaker.
Mhm.
Can I use Horde Breaker to shoot him?
Because you have Hordebreaker, I'll allow this scenario.
Yeah.
It can't
And I'll allow you
to
can
live
move
now.
Hunter's Mark too if you want.
Okay, I'd like to move Hunter's Mark onto him,
Uh-huh.
and then I want to shoot him. Oh, that hits. There's no way that doesn't hit.
What'd you roll?
Well, I rolled a natural 14 plus 8, so that's
Okay.
22.
22 hits.
Oh my god. I'm cracked. That's 15 damage.
Did you roll for Hunter's Mark?
I did, yeah. That was 15 plus. Or I rolled 8
This one
max
already
damage
injured?
on the 8, and then. I
No,
only
this is
rolled
the one that was not injured, sadly. He is still up.
Barely.
barely, as he limps away. He fall forward a bit. He stumble as an arrow protrudes out of his backside. He runs and runs away, thinking that he can find cover.
Before that can happen, since she fired, Taco will be like, okay. And Taco will just kind of lean out and pop his little firebolt at him, I guess.
Yeah. What's the range of fireball again?
120 feet.
You fucking got it.
Let's
Yep.
go, baby.
Taco's confused about what's going on, but one person says fight, one person says not, but he's like, well, they're already hurt. 14, but plus 5, so that's a 19?
19 hits.
Yeah. And, that's a natural 10 on the damage, so.
Okay, that definitely kills. You only need to roll a 3. You shoot a firebolt at him as the fire, and you see like a smoke of the burnt side of his armor appear on his backside as he falls forward, and he is dead as well.
Taco kind of goes, yay! But then shrugs at Theo. I don't know what's happening.
Why do you fight them? They were leaving.
I took care of them.
At this point, you hear this. Toton says, Mukana's on his way back. This was enough of a diversion.
What was he doing? I thought we were getting him from here.
He was in behind enemy line. He just needed a diversion to get out.
Yeah, to get out. He's not fighting.
Yeah, no. And with that being said, we're going to leave off tonight's session with that.